Did you know that a whopping 90% of millionaires live below their means? That's right, they've figured out that true wealth isn't about flashing cash, it's about living a life of intention and value. You see those Lambos and Rolexes on social media? Most of the time, that's fake wealth. Today, we're diving deep into the secret world of living like a millionaire without spending a fortune. We're talking about practical tips and tricks that'll have you feeling like $1 million without breaking the bank. Let's be real, we've all been guilty of it. We see someone with a flashy lifestyle and immediately assume they have it all figured out. But is that really the case? We see someone driving a fancy car, dripping in designer clothes and think, man, they've got it made. But what we don't see is the financial strain that might be lurking behind those designer labels and luxury cars. But here's the thing, outward appearances can be deceiving. Just because someone looks wealthy doesn't mean they are financially secure. They might be drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, or sacrificing their peace of mind for the sake of appearances. True wealth isn't about showing off. It's about having financial freedom and peace of mind. It's about being able to sleep at night without worrying about how you're going to pay the bills. It's about having the freedom to make choices that align with your values and goals. It's about making smart choices with your money, investing in what matters, and not falling into the trap of keeping up with the Joneses. It's about understanding that true wealth is not about the things you own, but about the life you live. Because, let's face it, the Joneses are probably in debt up to their eyeballs. They might look like they have it all, but behind closed doors, they could be struggling just like anyone else. So how do we break free from this misconception that we need to spend a ton of money to live a luxurious life? It starts with redefining what luxury means to us. Is it about owning the latest gadgets and designer clothes, or is it about having the time and freedom to do what you love? It all starts with a mindset shift. We need to focus on what truly brings us joy and fulfillment, rather than what society tells us we should value. By doing so, we can create a life that is rich in experiences, relationships, and personal growth, rather than just material possessions. Remember, true wealth is not about how much money you have, but about how you use it to create a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. So let's redefine what it means to be rich and focus on what truly matters. Living luxuriously on a budget is totally doable, and it's not about deprivation. It's about making smart choices and knowing where to look for value. You don't have to sacrifice quality or enjoyment to save money. In fact, with a little bit of planning and creativity, you can live a life that feels rich and fulfilling without breaking the bank. It's about being strategic and finding those hidden gems that give you the most bang for your buck. Whether it's shopping at high-end outlet stores, exploring flea markets, or using apps to find the best deals, there are countless ways to stretch your dollar further. The key is to be patient and persistent, always on the lookout for opportunities to save. First up, let's talk about shopping smart. Forget paying full price. Outlet malls are a treasure trove of discounted high-quality items. You can find designer brands at a fraction of the cost. And don't forget about online shopping. Websites and apps often have exclusive deals and discounts that you won't find in stores. Sign up for newsletters and follow your favorite brands on social media to stay updated on sales and promotions. Hit up those outlet malls, scour online marketplaces for deals, and become a master of the coupon code. Coupons and promo codes can save you a significant amount of money. There are websites dedicated to finding and sharing these codes, so make sure to check them out before making any purchase. Also, consider using cashback apps that give you a percentage of your purchase back in cash or rewards. Next, experiences over things. Always, instead of blowing your budget on material possessions that lose value, invest in memories that'll last a lifetime. Think weekend getaways, trying new restaurants, or learning a new skill. These experiences not only enrich your life, but also provide lasting happiness and fulfillment. Plus, many experiences can be enjoyed on a budget if you know where to look. Invest in memories that'll last a lifetime. Think weekend getaways, trying new restaurants, or learning a new skill. Look for deals on travel websites. Use dining apps to find restaurant discounts, and check out community centers or online platforms for affordable classes and workshops. The joy and satisfaction you get from these experiences are worth far more than any material possession. And finally, prioritize quality over quantity. It's better to have a few high-quality items that you love and will last than a closet full of cheap, disposable stuff. Invest in timeless pieces that never go out of style and can be worn for years. High-quality items may cost more up front, but they save you money in the long run because they don't need to be replaced as often than a closet full of cheap, disposable stuff. Look for sales and discounts on high-quality items, and don't be afraid to shop second-hand. Thrift stores and consignment shops often have gently used designer items at a fraction of the cost. By focusing on quality, you not only save money, but also reduce waste and contribute to a more sustainable lifestyle. Chapter 3. From Average Joe to Abundant Lifestyle, a story of transformation. I remember when I first started my journey to financial freedom, I was working as a realtor, hustling day and night. The real estate market was competitive, and I had to put in long hours to make a name for myself. I was constantly on the move, showing homes to potential buyers, negotiating deals, and trying to close sales. It was exhausting, but I was determined to succeed. I was making decent money, but I was also spending it just as fast. Every paycheck seemed to disappear as quickly as it came. I indulged in shopping sprees, buying the latest gadgets, designer clothes, and dining at expensive restaurants. I thought that these material possessions were a sign of my success, but in reality, they were just draining my bank account. I thought that being successful meant having the fancy car, the expensive watch, all the trappings of wealth. I leased a luxury car that I could barely afford and bought a high-end watch that I rarely wore. I wanted to project an image of success to the world, but deep down I felt empty and unfulfilled. But then I met a mentor, a guy who had built a massive real estate empire, and he taught me a valuable lesson. He was a self-made millionaire, yet he was humble and down to earth. He didn't flaunt his wealth or live a lavish lifestyle. Instead, he focused on building his business and helping others achieve their financial goals. He drove a Toyota Camry, lived in a modest home, and rarely spent money on material things. His lifestyle was a stark contrast to mine, and it made me question my own choices. He explained that true wealth wasn't about flashy possessions, but about financial security and peace of mind. He told me that true wealth was about freedom, about having the time and resources to pursue his passions. He spent his days doing what he loved, whether it was traveling, spending time with family, or working on personal projects. He had the freedom to live life on his own terms, and that was something money couldn't buy. That's when it clicked for me. I realized that I had been chasing the wrong kind of success. I needed to shift my focus from accumulating material possessions to building a life of true abundance. It was a pivotal moment that changed the course of my life. I started implementing the same principles I'm sharing with you today, and it completely transformed my life. I began by creating a budget and tracking my expenses. I cut back on unnecessary spending and started saving and investing my money wisely. It wasn't easy, but the results were worth it. I was able to retire at 26, not because I was making millions, but because I had learned to live below my means and invest the difference. I achieved financial independence by making smart financial decisions and prioritizing my long-term goals over short-term gratification. Now I have the freedom to live life on my own terms, and that's the true meaning of wealth. Chapter 4. Your Blueprint to Budget-Friendly Bliss. So what have we learned today? First, ditch the misconception that wealth equals extravagant spending. It's about financial freedom and living intentionally. Second, embrace those millionaire hacks. Shop smart, prioritize experiences, and choose quality over quantity. And finally, remember that true luxury is about aligning your spending with your values and creating a life you love without breaking the bank. Chapter 5. Share your secrets. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your favorite ways to live luxuriously on a budget? Drop your best tips in the comments below. And if you're ready to dive deeper into building a life of financial freedom, check out my video on the 5 steps to financial wellness. The link is in the description below. Look, living a life of luxury isn't about the price tag, it's about the mindset. It's about making smart choices, finding joy in the simple things, and not letting your spending control you. Remember, true wealth is about having the freedom to live life on your terms. So ditch the Joneses, embrace your inner millionaire, and start living your best life today. As always, my name is Terrell, and I'll see you in the next one.